Okay. Yes, feeling not gonna bad. Yeah, I can also agree to that too. I think as we're coming to a close on this journey, there's a little bit of like detachment, because you're kind of prepping yourself to know, like, okay, like next week, I won't be hopping on live with all of y'all, at least to this degree. So it's like it's almost like a bit of a bittersweet moment of I'm very grateful to be able to get to the end of this journey because I've been telling you guys the entire time that this is something that I wanted to complete for myself personally. But I've also gotten so accustomed to hopping on here every morning with you all and just, holding space and talking about life, talking about spirituality and wellness. I've come to really enjoy that experience. So it's going to be weird to not have it to this degree. So I'm working through those feelings as well. I don't think they're the same feelings as what you're going through, Bentley, but I understand the not good, not bad. It's just like it's a little of bittersweetness. Hi, Kieran. How are you? Vita, good morning. Good morning. I'm still tired, still in bed. I would have taught from my bed too, but I feel like I would have ended up going to sleep. So I was like, let me just come to my meditation corner instead. Kim, hello. Yesterday was my 8-year anniversary of starting hula hooping. Oh my goodness, that reminds me, I need to hula hoop. I have one downstairs. It's been such an important piece of my healing, so that was fun to celebrate. 8 years, that's absolutely incredible. Congratulations. I'm gonna throw that in for our upcoming email so that you can be celebrated because that is a big deal. 8 years of hula hooping. That is huge. Do you know what led you to hula hooping as your healing modality? Here we go. I would love to know. Pamela, same here, Vita, slow to get up. Yes, 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 yes. It is a very slow morning. It took me a very long time to get up and to get ready. Yes, I'm doing okay, Karen. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. I hope you and Logan are good. Bentley, I'm gonna have to go. Do not worry. Thank you, Bentley, for stopping by. Gloria, for the first time, I've given myself a commitment that wasn't mandatory for anyone else, and I have happy and yet, like you said, mixed emotions. Yes, Gloria, yeah. And it's okay for us to acknowledge these different aspects of the journey too. When you're calling in an aligned life, when you're calling in and asking to bear witness to your dreams, it can feel a little jarring when you start to experience them, or when you start to experience them and then it feels like it's slowing up a little bit, right? And you're like, okay, wait, like I was in this momentum and then now something has shifted. What's going on? Like, am I not doing something I need to be doing? You start to question a lot of your experience, but ultimately it does work itself out. It again is going to be in a way that will probably surprise you, um, or at least that's been my experience. But I also know why too. Like that's kind of like part of human design and stuff like that. I just know that I should be expecting unexpected blessings. That's just how the universe and I communicate. But each person is different. I found that movement is the most important element of healing. Yes, it is for the healing cycle for you. It is, yeah. I could not agree more. Um, it's when I feel like knowledge turns into wisdom in the body. I love that, Kim. That's beautiful. Gotta flow through it to grow through it. I love this. This is beautiful. Oh, guys, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate this. No problems, all good, sincerely. For your kindest blessings. Thank you, Karen. Logan's face lit up the other day when you said hi. I love that. I'm so happy you had a good day. I love your curls. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Um, he likes doing meditation with me every now and then. That's so cool that he's into it. What is your human design? Grace, I am a 4-6 projector, but I have a cross of the unexpected. So a lot of my blessings, a lot of opportunities and things for me to experience, I can't guess. Like I can't be like, this is exactly what I want. I don't manifest that way. I actually manifest with a little bit of uncertainty. I just need to know the feeling. Um, and like the desired outcome is never like a specific thing. It's usually like how it is that I want to feel. And then there's an unexpected experience or opportunity that presents itself and provides me the feeling. And it usually always throws me off because I'm just like, I would have never guessed this. Um, But I always feel like when I have those unexpected experiences, it's the universe confirming, like, this is what I do and this is how I do it. So get used to it. So it's a practice. Yes, and hooping specifically was so important for my inner child. Just playing. I was gonna say, especially because hooping is around the sacral chakra. So like for your creativity too, your relationship to money.
This is a reminder to ask for love donations from meditators.
Alexa, thank you. Stop.
Anytime. Literally.
So she says it, but then I'm not sure if she's gonna. Alexa, stop. There we go. Yes, if you guys can donate, I would deeply appreciate it. However, I would really, really appreciate that if you took the time out today to fill out the survey in my teacher's profile. I have a survey there. I'd love for everyone who's been very active on here or who enjoys me as a facilitator or wants to learn more about spirituality or wellness. If you fall into any of those categories, please go and fill out the survey because it really, really helps me to know what to do next. I um, I really value the wisdom in community. I value the direction in community as well. And doing this survey would help me to know what direction that we can take as a collective, as opposed to me deciding what's best for us. I'd rather us just come to a consensus. It makes it easier for me to show up and make sure that like what I'm providing is what you actually want. Instead of guessing, I can just ask you. So if you could take the time out to fill out that survey today, it would mean so much. And thank you for the people that filled out the survey yesterday. It means so much to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I probably do need to update it though. I need to get some more demographic stuff, but I'll do that later. But I appreciate you so much for doing this. It means a lot. So if you can donate, donate. I would love that, obviously. But if you could take some time out today to fill out the form, it would mean a lot to me. Okay. Okay. As I was saying, for hula hooping, it's really good for your sacral chakra and healing your relationship to creativity, to your inner child, to your relationships, right? Strengthening the core in that way. It's also a really great way for you to process emotions because we store a lot of our emotions in that chakra and into the hips. And that's what's being used and what's being shaken up. Um, so I love that that is a natural practice for you. It's really beautiful. Oh, okay. It's good to know. Oh, thank you, Kieran. Grace, I love human design. Such a beautiful guide. Thank you. Thank you. I love human design too. It's really, really, really helpful. Good morning, Courtney. How are you? Thank you, Dolly. I appreciate it for doing the survey. It means so much to me. Priscilla, good morning. Good morning. Okay. Okay, I love this for you, Kieran. Up, Priscilla. You know the vibes. I was just gonna say your survey makes so much sense knowing your projector. It gets to be invitation. Exactly, Kim. Yeah, I am. Once I learned about human design and like I need an invitation, I learned there's different levels to it. So it's not only that you need an invitation. That's kind of like the most well-known version of it, but it's also that you become the invitation. So in the meantime, while you are quote unquote waiting for the invite to appear, you work on being the invite. You work on being the invitation. So you work on, you know, your skill set. You study whatever it is that you're passionate about until it's time for you to present yourself as an invitation, and people will naturally want um, to invite you in, right? And then there's that level of knowing that you're an invitation, but knowing that you want to kind of cater and construct the invitation so that it feels appealing to the person you're speaking to. So it's really nice to be able to do things like a survey to better understand what it is that you want, um, so that I can, one, make sure it's something I can provide, and then two, make sure that if I am providing it, that it is a really good experience for you all. It's very important to me. So yes, Kim, that's really on the nail. That's how much I love Insight Timer and this wonderful Cheers host. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. That's a lot of time. Yes, I'm wonderful. How are you, Courtney? I am doing okay today. I'm sure by the time we're done, I'll be feeling a lot better. But I'm in between. That's the space that I'm in today. And it's not a bad space. It's a space. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, purple hearts and snaps. I love this so much. Okay, so today is day 22, and I have to just make this a little smaller because I could not see everything. And today we are talking about before your very eyes. This is the practice of today. And for those that do not know, we are working through the 28 days of gratitude in the magic book. And we're on day 22, which always just feels. It's like I was so excited. We were like day 5, day 7, day 9, even in the teens. And now I'm like, oh my God, it's day 22. It's amazing though. I love it. Okay, so she kind of gives a story about how she used this manifestation technique to call in a desire that she really wanted to have. I can share the story if you guys want to hear the story. You don't have to. We could just kind of go into the topic itself. Um, but the goal of it is to say, like, no matter how big your dream is, no matter what your desire is, it can happen. And it can happen almost like this, like before your very eyes. And you can receive them through gratitude, right? And remembering that gratitude also brings an energy of joy and happiness um, for something you've never even experienced before, right? So we kind of touched on this yesterday with the magnificent outcomes of like, I haven't experienced it in the 3D yet, right? But I can have appreciation for it. Like if I'm imagining it, it would feel this good. It would feel XYZ. And you can have those feelings of gratitude for it even before you have the physical experience. It's almost like expecting it, right? Getting into a space of expecting from the universe, expecting from God, source, your ancestors, that this is something that you desire. And knowing that even if I don't get that, I know I won't get anything lower than that, right? By saying the things of, if not this, is something better. If not this, is something aligned for everyone involved, for the highest good of all involved. Making sure that we set that baseline in our expectations allows us to really get beautiful things from source, right? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Kieran. Yes, I do. I appreciate my tattoos so much. They make me so happy. Um, Again, she talks about like writing out your desires, going through your list often, actually. So every couple of days, she brings up the main list, and maybe what we might do is an exercise on that. Uh, so I can just explain it fairly quickly. It's me trying to spell. I'm having a hard time doing it. And laughing at myself. Okay, so in the beginning of the magic book, and I don't know if it's in this link. It should be in this link though that I sent you guys on the book. But I feel like it is. I'm not sure. But in the beginning, she has you do inventory over your entire life, right? And I do use part of this process in the Lotus Life deck as well, where we take inventory over every area of your life so that we know what it is that you want to transform, what is it you're looking forward to doing. It makes the process of calling in your dream life easier because you have clarity on where you are, where you were, where you are, and where you want to go, right? So she does the same thing with her magic list. She has you go through every area of your life and talk about the things that you desire. What is it that you want to see in these areas? From like your romance to your friendships to your family to the work that you do to the way you want to give back to the world. There's different categories. Your health, obviously, your finances, all those good things. And you get clear on what it is that you desire. And then you use that desire list, you narrow it down to 10. And then every couple of days, she has you revisit that list. But she also will make you like choose your top 3 desires or like choose one specific desire pertaining to this topic or whatever, but that is your main list of desires. And as you start to manifest them, you go back, you cross it off, and then you can update it. So you may have a master list of like 30 or 40 or sometimes 50, 60 desires. You narrow it down to 10, and then once those 10 are completed, right, you start to usher in new ones. And in this way, it keeps you in the cycle of expecting your blessings to be answered, knowing that it's a possibility because you're actually crossing them off your list, you're seeing it happen, right? And it allows you to build up that relationship with the universe and with asking for exactly what you want, because now you know that you're either going to get exactly what you want or something better, right? So today's practice is us going back into that master list. We didn't do that for this journey, but again, that's something that you guys are interested in doing. um, I can go over that more for like the Lotus Life deck stuff that we'll be doing later on. because we use a very similar technique. It's a mix of this and one from Lisa Nichols, and I absolutely love it because taking inventory of your life is super important. But yes, so essentially today we are going to be thinking about our top desire and imagining it coming to life in its fullest fruition using our five senses. Okay. Michelle, do you feel like those magnificent outcomes can be manifested for others? Like my 20-year-old learning to clean up after themselves without being told. I think anything is possible. Um, I'm a firm believer in that. And there is a technique, and I cannot remember the name of it or where I read it from, but essentially, I've done it myself, so it does work. It does work, but it does take a lot of discipline to make it happen. Because when you are wishing things for other people, or like outcomes for other people, you have to also consider the fact that they have their own filtering system for your energy. It is also an assertion of like dominance as well. I prefer like people kind of coming to that on their own. So I may pray for you, right? Like I pray that you have this experience or whatever the case is. But ultimately, I'd rather you have the experience that you need for whatever lessons it is that you need to learn here on Earth. That is more important to me than my specific outcome for you. I've learned that through practice, right? I've learned that through kind of willing a different experience onto others, and then them having the experience that I wanted and I'm satisfied, and then like there's actually no real growth on their end, right? So like it's part of life to learn these different things and to try these different things out. But essentially, you envision it for 90 days. You envision the outcome that you want, and you actually interact with the experience. So it's not just like in your head, you're meditating. It's like, oh, if I really wanted someone to be here with me, right, or to have a partner, then I would act as if, to the degree of, if I'm in my home, I'm talking to my partner, right? Or like I'm washing dishes and like pretending that my partner's drying it. It's like there's, I guess it's like a state of delusion, if you will. But it is really helpful because what it does is it tells the universe, like, this is how I want this to be brought into my experience. And it kind of makes a clearer path. However, you want to kind of have some open ended spaces for that too. And Florence Scovelson talks about this too, about acting as if, but also leaving a little bit of wiggle room for the universe. So she gives an example where there's a woman that really, really, really wanted to be with this particular man. And Florence always gave very much like, I can help you manifest a partner, but like there are so many more cooler things we could be doing outside of you like finding romantic interest. But this woman really wanted this particular man, like she was obsessed with this man. So Florence was like, yeah, you're gonna act as if, right? You're gonna act as if this is your partner. Um, and she did, and eventually they got together, and she realized that she did not enjoy this person at all because she liked the idea of him in her head, not who he actually was. So she ended up manifesting him, and then realizing like, oh great, you kind of like suck. And ironically, at the same time as she was manifesting this one person, there was still this other guy that would consistently just show effort and kindness and interest in her. And she was like, he's really cool, but I don't know. And after getting the desire that she wanted and realizing that it was not in alignment for her highest good, it was more out of a lower based ego desire, she was able to open up her mind a bit more and witness that the partner that she had always wanted this one man to be was actually the other person, but she was so hyper fixated on that outcome that she wasn't paying attention that the universe had already answered her question, had already answered her desire. It was already present the entire time. So sometimes it can happen like that. That's when you are super specific, and it can kind of close you off from the true aligned outcomes. And people don't ever, um, once they manifest what they want, they like hold on to it, and they don't realize that there could be something better or something more aligned for them. Another story that she told was a woman wanting to manifest an apartment, and the way she did it was she started buying smaller things for her apartment, preparing for the apartment that she wanted to have. Um, Even though like sometimes you didn't have the money to buy certain things. And Florence was like, you have to put yourself in the frequency and the vibration of expecting it. So she went out and brought something. She saw something she really thought would be so cute in her apartment when she did have it. And she brought it, and that vibration itself led her to a series of different intuitive nudges. And then she ultimately ended up getting her apartment. Those are some of the stories that she shares from like decades ago, but I've also practiced these myself, and I've had friends that have done the same thing, and you get similar, if not the same, outcomes. It's just something to keep in mind. I'm a bit of an avid fan of ink too. Okay, Kira, I love this for you. Keela, how are you? Buenos dias. This is well, I was just talking about Florence Scovel in her series of books, but the book that we are basing today's practice off is The Magic by Rhonda Bryan. It's in the email that I send out every week. I send out a link to it so you can have it um, to like go through it with me if you want to. Try to tick off that list. Cool, yes. Melissa, hi. Yes, Florence. Yes, that's the girl. It's the OG. She's really cool. The Lulu's the Lulu. I love that. I love that. It's so true. Good point. I don't want to impose, but at the same time, the clutter in my home is really bothering me. So I need to pray for their learning and for my patience and gratitude for their other magnificent traits. Yes, and also just when they do things that teaching through positive reinforcement, which I'm sure you know, like when they do things, you could just like remind them, like, wow, this really means so much to me that you did this thing. And they might look at you like, oh my God, mom, it's like, not that serious. But after a while, when they're getting that type of deep gratitude and appreciation, they're gonna want more of it because people do appreciate being appreciated. So that could also help. The smaller things that they do, acknowledging them as much, if not more than you acknowledge the things that they don't do, especially if you don't want them to keep doing it. When we bring our attention and focus to things that we don't want, we tend to experience more of it because that's where our focus is. That's what we're feeding with our energy. Um, yes, I feel like I wanted to share a story with you, but I want to make sure that it makes sense to share. Okay. It's and I'm sure you guys have heard of this story. There's different variations. My great grandmother used to tell this story to my grandma, to my mom, to me. So it's a pretty fairly well known story. But it's the story of two wolves, and they say that within each of us there are two wolves. There's one that has fear and ego and jealousy and envy and all the things that we do not really want to continuously interact with, and then we have the spirit of the wolf that has the joy, the bliss, the happiness, the patience, the peace, all the things that we do want to interact with. And they both live in the body. And every day we feed a certain wolf. So depending on your actions, depending on your energy, depending on your thoughts, the things that you say, you are feeding a wolf. You can't feed them both. You're feeding one and you're starving the other. It's pretty like intense visual, but it's helpful. So when you are experiencing things in life that you do not want to experience, but you continue to think about it or worry about it, um, or speak on it, or tell everybody the story, or tell anyone that can listen about the pain or the struggle that you're going through, you're actually feeding the wolf that you don't want to feed. You're making it stronger. You're making their energy and their presence in your life ultimately so much more stronger, while also starving the wolf that would be able to provide you relief, provide you strength, bliss, happiness, right? So when we refocus our energy to the wolf that is going to provide us with what we need, we end up starving the wolf that has the things that we don't want, right? They say light and dark, but I hate using light and dark analogies because I don't think that that's accurate, right? So, like the negative wolf, we start to starve that wolf. And then those issues and concerns that used to be a big deal are getting weaker and weaker and less noticeable in our experience while we feed the wolf that has exactly what it is that we desire and what we need. And we use this analogy, and my mom will ask me sometimes, or I'll ask myself now, like, which wolf are you feeding? With this action that you're doing right now, which wolf are you feeding? And it helps you to know, like, okay, actually I'm worrying, I'm complaining, I'm talking about things that I don't like, I'm talking about this person that gets on my nerves. Now I feel agitated and I'm frustrated and I'm creating this cycle. I'm feeding the wrong wolf. That's not what I want to feel. And as soon as you acknowledge where your energy is going, you also get to redirect it. Now, there's different avenues of redirecting it. Sometimes it's simply like, okay, I'm literally just going to stop focusing on that. Some people have that capability. Sometimes you might need to meditate, or tap is a great way to redirect your energy, right? Doing some type of movement, like Kim mentioned earlier. Huluping is a great way to redirect your energy, like literally to redirect your primary chakra energy. It's a really fun way to do it. It's literally like witnessing the torus that is around each chakra, like in tangible 3D. It's really, really cool, especially when it goes up and down. That's why I was asking you about the looping thing. But there, you could just refocus your attention. So I share that story with you. So as you're moving forward, you can ask yourself, like, which wolf are you feeding when you're having moments of contrast? Do you want to continue to feed the contrast, Or do you want to pay attention to it, witness what you want to change in it, and then focus on the change as opposed to um, the original problem, right? Let's see. Digging your ditches. Yeah, Melissa, I love this. Monica, hello, hello, hello. Florence Shin. Erica, that's that girl. Love her. Vita, when I ended my marriage, the universe gave me an apartment in 48 hours. I know that's right, Vita. Letting me know, yes, you are moving in the right direction. Such a blessing. It was easy and effortless, needed at the time. Yes, and that was like a before your very eyes moment, right? Because you wouldn't have expected that to happen, right? Or maybe you did. I'm not sure if that's something that you had planned for, Vita, because maybe you did. Because again, people manifest differently. We don't all manifest the same way. Um, there was something else I was gonna. We're not gonna focus on that. Okay. I'm experiencing a lot of spiritual downloads today, so bear with me. But that's a before your very eyes moment, right? The example that I gave during one of the money days of manifesting $10,000 essentially overnight. That was a before your very eyes moment, right? Of me kind of getting to the point where I had to surrender and be like, I literally do not have enough to pay for X, Y, Z, but I'm just going to surrender and hope for the best. And then when I woke up that morning, I woke up to $10,000 for a scholarship in a program I forgot I had even applied to, right? So these you can have those before your very eye moments. These things do exist. They are real. There are tons of stories that you can read and look into that help you to strengthen your belief in that. Because sometimes people have a belief of like, well, that happened for you because you're a lucky person. That could never happen for me, and like that's not true, right? But because you have already decided that it will not happen for you, that is the only reason why it wouldn't happen for you, right? Is because you have a belief that it won't. Not because that's a true belief, but that's because the belief that you are bringing into reality, right? So it's something to remember again about which wolf are you feeding, right? When we say things like, oh, that could never be me, or you're so lucky, I wish I could, you're feeding the wrong wolf. What you should be paying attention to is the fact that someone shared a success story with you in such close proximity, and that is a universe giving you an affirmation sign. It is giving you a sign of synchronicity that you're up close and personal, asking, hearing this person give you something that should be inspiring you, yet somehow you are criticizing and belittling yourself in the experience, which means that you're probably not ready for what it is that you desire, right? Because you need to have a sense of self worth in order to be able to sustain it. Does that make sense? No, I didn't expect it. Okay, yeah, Vita, yeah. It was before your very eyes. Yes. Yeah. They're really beautiful moments, and you get a fair share of them in your life. If you're really paying attention, you get a fair share of these experiences in your life, and it's really beautiful because you start to really witness how the universe genuinely wants to take care of you and wants to make sure that you are um, satisfied with the life that you're living. Because you feeling satisfied, you feeling happy, allows it also feeds the universe. It also gives God back. It's like the best way to honor source is to feel satisfied with the life that you have. So there's always going to be that dynamic of making sure that you have what you need and what you desire. But like then those questions come in like, are you ready to receive it? Do you believe you can have it? Are you asking for authority? Right? These things start to come up for us to clarify. Jessica, how do I manifest that bag? I know that's right, Jessica. I'm struggling with my current job and I feel the universe nudging me to make a move. How do I make myself open to receiving? Practicing gratitude is a really great way, Jessica. We actually did a few days on manifesting money through gratitude. And if you are on the email list, you have links to like money manifestation tips that I've given out. So I'm not sure if you're on the list, but if you are, it's in the links with Lotus's links. Or that part of the email has tons of resources specific to manifesting money. But I would also just say like one, showing gratitude for what it is that you already have now, right? Because even in us saying I don't have this thing, we're also acknowledging that it's not with us, and then that creates a gap between us and the thing that we desire. By acknowledging that it's over there, we're saying that it's not next to us, and the goal is for it to be next to us, right? So, being very careful of the way that you speak is very important too. So, not speaking affirmations of like being broke or saying like I'm broke or I don't have it right now. Or there are different languages that you can use because there's life and death in the tongue. I'm a strong believer of that. So be very careful about what you're speaking out loud and make sure that you're speaking affirmation over what you have. Even if you have absolutely $0 in the bank, I would then focus on the things that you've had before. The times where you were able to pay your bills on time, or you were able to go on that trip, or you were able to have that experience. I would focus my energy on that because that tells me and shows me and reminds the universe and my own energy that I've had it before. So right now, what I'm experiencing is actually irrelevant to the fact that before I've had money and access to money and resources, and I want to bring that back into the current experience. Whatever we're experiencing presently is simply because we have focused our energy on it. Like that is what we're currently manifesting, especially when it comes to finances. Okay, let me know if that helps. Okay, I'm not on the list. How do I join? Actually, Jessica, I took down my email list because we're doing surveys right now. I would love for you to still do the survey. By the way, just please, just go do the survey. But send me a direct message with your email, and then I'll add you manually. Okay. Um, it was just like my transition from being an addict to being sober. Gratitude guided me to sobriety, and it is very important to me. Being an addict is an example of the things you've been saying. Yes, Courtney, I love that. I love that so much. And I don't know, have you read Gabrielle Bernstein, Spirit Junkie? Because I feel like that book would really, you would really like it a lot. I don't know if you've read it. Maybe you have read it, but it's a really good book, and I feel like you would like it. Another book that talks about before your very eyes energy is Miracles May Happen. I want to say that's the name of the book from Gabrielle Bernstein. But she literally has a collection of just like things that have just happened and explaining how that works. So that might also be a really good book. And then Jessica, for you, a really good manifestation money book is and I don't Audible. I have it. Let me see if I'm still like logged in. Okay. It is Get Rich Lucky Bee. I'm not gonna say the word on here, but that's also a really, really good, fun book to read. It talks about using luck to call in money, and it's a really great book. It just helps you to get into a more playful spirit because money likes playfulness. So these are ways that you can work on manifesting the back. Okay. No, but yes, Spirit Junkie by Gabrielle Bernstein. Somebody can put that in the chat. It is a really good book, and I will add it to the list of things that yes, moving on simplicity, live, and then I will add Spirit Junkie, Gabby B. It's a really beautiful book, and then her May Cause Miracles. I think is that one or something like that, but that's also another Gabrielle Bernstein book. It's one of her bestsellers. These are also really, really good books. And then Get Rich, Lucky. Okay. I'll add these books to the links too for you all for this upcoming week so you can check it out. May Cause Miracles. Thank you, Ginger. Yes, I'm like, I know it's something with miracles in May. I just don't know what the middle word is. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Okay, check out the library. Yes, yes, yes. If I can find free versions, I'll add it to the email. If you don't see a free version in the emails, because I haven't found one. That's the only reason why. Okay? Gabby Bernstein or Gabrielle Bernstein. Or you can literally put Gabby B. It'll still show up. She goes by different names. Okay. Yes, you read it, Rochelle? I love this. Yeah, yeah. It's really, really book. I love her stuff. Okay, Jessica. Yes, send me your email and I can add you and stuff like that. But these are great ways to start with when it comes to manifesting money. Okay? Okay, perfection. Oh, making sure that you have enough charge. Okay, let's get into the meditation for today. I'm very excited. We'll be using our five senses to amplify the beauty and gratitude in our lives, right? The story that I was going to share was the time that I had lost my sight in one eye, which is a very wild experience. Um, and how that reminded me of how precious it is for us to be able to, one, have our five senses that help us manifest. And it was a really great lesson for me to remember. Like, there are a lot of blessings that we take for granted every single day. And we'll be talking about that, I think, literally tomorrow. But being able to heal from that experience, from something that was essentially going to be like, look, you're just not going to have sight in one eye, which was wild. It was wild. But being able to heal from it holistically, one, just strengthen my faith in Eastern medicine and like the techniques that are used there and how helpful they are to the body. But it also reminded me, like, These are things that you did not pay any attention to, did not show any gratitude for until it was, you know, taken away from you for a certain amount of time. And it's really important to be grateful for the small things in life, for the mundane blessings, because when you have gratitude for those smaller aspects of your life, it does set you up in a beautiful way to receive even bigger blessings, or those desires that you're calling out into the world for. So it's very, 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 very important to just really have a sense of gratitude for your five senses, because not all of us have access to our five senses. So if you are someone that has access to your five senses, really taking the time out to be grateful for it, no matter what condition they may be in. It's a beautiful thing to have all five, um, and it does help you in being able to visualize what it is that you desire. And we'll be doing that in this meditation, okay? Okay, beautiful. Perfect. All right, let's begin. Let me know when you guys are ready for the meditation so I start correctly. Okay. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Perfect. I'm excited. This is going to be a really fun meditation. We'll be using the five senses um, to envision our dreams. Okay, let's do it. Day 22, Sensory Symphony. Envisioning your dreams with gratitude. Let's begin this guided visualization by finding a comfortable position, ensuring that you will not be disturbed for the next few moments. So if that's lying down, go ahead and lie down. If that is sitting in full lotus, go ahead and sit in full lotus. If it's simply just sitting in your chair, I want you to get to a space where you feel really comfortable, where you're able to begin relaxing and slowing down. Invite a deep breath in, filling your lungs with fresh air. And exhale slowly, releasing any tension or stress you may be holding on to. Deep breath in, breathing in through the nose, filling up the lungs. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs. Slow exhale through the mouth, feeling the chest come back home to itself, to the body. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, release, letting go. Beautiful. Now, I invite you to close your eyes or refocus your gaze inward, bringing your attention to your breath. Once more. Feel into the rhythms of your inhales and exhales, allowing each breath to bring you deeper into a state of relaxation. As you continue to breathe deeply, imagine yourself in a serene and tranquil space. This could be a place from your past where you felt completely at peace, or it can be a place entirely of your own creation. Envision the sights, the sounds, and sensations of this space, allowing it to envelop you in a sense of calm and peacefulness. Now focus your attention on your main desire, the one that you want more than anything else. Visualize it with crystal clarity in your mind's eye, allowing it to take shape and form before you. Imagine every detail of this desire. From its appearance to the way it may smell, taste, or even sound. Any of the sensations that can be associated with your desire. As you immerse yourself in this visualization, engage all your senses fully. See yourself experiencing your desire as if it's already a reality. Picture the vibrant colors, the intricate details, and the sheer beauty of it all. Next, bring your attention to your sense of touch. Imagine reaching out and touching and engaging with your desire. Maybe it's feeling the texture beneath your fingertips. Maybe it's smooth, it's soft, rough, rugged. Allow yourself to fully experience the tactile sensations associated with this desire. Maybe you're calling in a new home and you're feeling the texture of your couch that you envisioned for yourself. Or you're calling in a new romantic partner and you get to hold their hand. What does that sensation feel like for you when it comes to your desire? Give yourself the time now to use your breath to stay in rhythm as you begin to envision and feel into this manifestation. Now, shift your focus to your sense of smell. Imagine breathing in the scent of your desire, letting its aroma fill your nostrils and awaken your senses. Notice how the scent makes you feel. Maybe it invokes memories or emotions that can further enhance your connection to your desire. Maybe it's the smell of new money before you put it in your bank account, or the scent of your favorite meal at your dream destination spot. Utilize the magic of your sense of smell to bring you into that space, allowing you to fully be present in your desire. As you continue to visualize, bring your awareness to your sense of taste. Imagine savoring the taste of your desire on your tongue, allowing its flavors to dance across your palate and to linger. Notice how this taste delights your senses and fills you with a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Maybe it's tasting the fresh air on your tongue as you meditate in your dream place. Or it could be enjoying your favorite snack with your favorite person. There are so many different ways to engage our sense of taste in a meditation. See what comes up for you and continue to use your breath to move through the moment. Finally, tune into your sense of hearing. Listen closely to the sounds associated with your desire, whether it's the sound of laughter, the gentle rustling of leaves, the crashing of waves, or a soothing melody of music. Let these sounds wash over you, filling you with a sense of joy and contentment. Using your breath, breathing into the nose, filling up the lungs with air, slow exhale through the mouth, softening into the moment, softening into your dream, allowing it to become a reality. Give yourself a moment to revel in this experience, basking in the fullness of your visualization. Feel the gratitude welling up inside you, knowing that your desire is already on its way to you. Carry this feeling of gratitude in your heart and throughout your day. Trust in the power of your visualization to manifest your desire into reality. Know that by engaging all of your senses in this practice, you are sending a very powerful message to your source, God, universe, Allah, whoever you call on to, affirming your belief, which is so crucial in the fulfillment of your desires. You can close off this practice by saying the magic prayer 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. And when we get to 1, you will be in this space of clarity, feeling refreshed and excited to watch your dreams appear before your very eyes. 5, wiggle your fingertips and your toes. 4, maybe you're rotating your wrists and your ankles from left to right, right to left. Beautiful circle motions. 3, rotating the neck from left to right and right to left. 2, bringing the shoulders up to the bottom of our ears and rolling them back, opening up our heart space. And 1, opening up our eyes or refocusing our gaze and bringing a smile to our face. Continue to carry this energy of this visualization with you as you go on about your day, knowing that with gratitude and belief, anything is possible. And remember, the magic is already within you. Thank you so much for meditating with me today. Okay, beautiful people. I'm going to go grab some water and I will be right back. But you guys, take your time coming back to the space, okay? Okay. Let me know how you are feeling, okay? And let me see if I can turn this off so it won't be as bright. Oh, I think I do need it to be a little brighter. Here we go. Okay. How are we feeling? Ready? Morning. Hi, Cassandra. How are you? Summer Star. Nope, we're about to do it right now. Hi, how are you? I feel relaxed. We just finished the meditation. And refreshed and freshly ready to focus on new achievements. I love this for you, Courtney. Yes, we just finished the meditation. Oh, Nadia, I'm so happy. That was yummy. Thank you. Yay. I got into the feeling pretty deeply. Ginger, I love this. I love this. I love being able to use the five senses in meditation. It's just such a beautiful way to have appreciation for your senses, first off, and having access to be able to do something like that. Um, but also, too, it just really helps to bring the fullness of the experience. I feel calm and hopeful. I love this, Priscilla. Yes, good morning, Summer Star. Sonia, I teared up envisioning my deep desire already here. Oh, that's a good sign that it's on its way, that it's appearing for you to experience in the 3D. Yes, my mouth started to water at the thought of a Greek salad. Oh my gosh, that sounds really good. And now my mouth is like, that would be such a cute experience for you. You should look into this. I love that, Michelle. Yes, these are all great ways for us to really practice using our five senses to help us out, right? I think it's really, really important. Here we go. When we get that opportunity to do so. Okay, just making sure that this makes sense. Okay, great. Wonderful. Vita, this woke me up for sure. My manifestation was clear and delicious. Oh my goodness. I love to hear that. That is amazing. That is amazing. Yes. And remember, for those of us that have been like practicing every day or close to every day for the past 20 something days, it will be a little easier for you to call in your desires, right? Because you've been vibrating in this frequency of gratitude in every single area of your life. Like now we've touched on every part of our lives by this point in the 28 days. So it should be a little bit easier for you to envision. It should be a little bit easier for you to feel into the moment and know that your desires are going to manifest in such beautiful ways, right? And if you're a little newer to the practice of gratitude, hopefully you were able to get a glimpse of or be able to access the satisfying feeling that it can provide us. Because if you're able to do that with something you have not yet felt in your hands, but you can still feel it in your hands, there's a level of magic and power in that should honestly be honored and celebrated because not everyone can do that. Some people have a really hard time envisioning their dreams, right? And I love that you guys were able to do so. Did anybody have a hard time with the meditation or felt like they needed more support? Because I mean, that's also okay and it's also part of the journey. Dahlia, we should do it longer together. Don't want this to end. I know, Dahlia. I've been in prayer, okay? In prayer, talking to God. Like, I'm just waiting to know what's next. You know, whenever you get the chance, you can head on over and let me know. So, fingers are crossed. Keela, can you share your thoughts? Yes, I desired something, but then felt a bit guilty for wanting it. It was like you should be focusing on something else. That sounds a little bit like an inner critic, right? Um, because I feel like whatever I focus on in my mind is my business. But if there's something coming up, um, almost in a way of challenging it, it also sounds a bit like self sabotage. Maybe it is a desire that you really want, and for whatever reason, you feel like you haven't earned it, or that there needs to be a prerequisite to receiving that desire. And that can also be a way that we sabotage ourselves. And I don't remember what day we spoke about self sabotage, but there is an episode on my podcast on it, on the upper limit, and like the sophistication of self sabotage. So sometimes it can be guilt. Us feeling guilty is us also sabotaging our experience, right? Or you could also have been, I was gonna say I was gonna drop it in the chat. I just realized I can't do that. But it's called, give me 1 second. It's called The Upper Limit. There's a book on it too, but I kind of went over the book in the podcast episode. And it is really helpful because I feel like, and I could be wrong, I feel like it's an upper limit problem. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're hitting your container on something, and then instead of breaking through and or expanding the container, you're hitting the wall, and then the guilt is showing up to be like, well, let's redirect you back towards here, what we're familiar with, right? When in fact you want to keep going and expanding. Let me know if I'm wrong, because then I don't have to look up the the episode, but I feel like it's an upper limit problem. I'm like decently sure that that is why the guilt is coming up, or at least intuitively, that's what it feels and sounds like. And I can at least give you the title for it. Okay, Jessica. So many things came up. I just stayed open to all. I love this, Jessica. Yes. Also, Lotus, one day maybe you could do a session about tattoos. It was very interesting when you were explaining yours, but most the meaning of tattoos on your body. I know nothing. I was always kind of against it. Oh my God, Dahlia. Yeah, I would love to talk more about tattoos. And I have a podcast episode on tattoos, by the way. It's a tattoo tour. It's on my YouTube page. And I talk about tattoos in depth there too. But I would love to talk about like the spiritual meaning behind them, especially like talking like ancient Egypt and things like that. The spiritual understanding of like using it as amplifiers to amplify your magic, or amplify your energy, and how you can use your tattoos to create anchors in the body for attunement. Yeah, I'm always fascinated by things like that. So we could definitely have a conversation about that for sure. Okay, and I found the title. Um, yes, Deb. We doing this. I will be doing my second session at 11:11 a.m. Deb. So if you want to get the meditation from today, you'll be able to do it with me again at 11:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we're about to jump into the tapping. I'm just finding an episode for one of the meditators. The Big Leap. Yeah, The Big Leap is really good. Yes, The Big Leap is a really, 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 really good book. Oh my goodness. Ginger, thank you for dropping that in the chat. Like all of my experience with that book just came flooding back to me. Thank you. Um, yes, and I will type it in so that way you'll be able to. This is the exact title of it, and I should be okay to do this. Let's transmute the upper limit problem with matcha. I'm also a big matcha fan, so a lot of my content is centered around matcha. Okay. So if you look that up, it should be there. And then yes, Ginger did mention the Big Leap, which is a really good book. And I feel like there was yeah, that's exactly what the episode is on. The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I did. I did a whole entire season on different books that I had read. So that's the episode for that book. Thank you so much, Ginger, for that. Coco, hi. Thank you for the meditation. I keep envisioning having a new occupation. Yes. I keep asking myself if it's really the kind of thing I should do. It's like maybe my ego wants it a bit, but it's not on my path. Where should I go? I would really sit with your ego and see why you would feel like it's your ego coming up, right? Like, is it a desire that you have or a desire that's been placed in you from others? So I would sit with that and see why you feel that way, and maybe even do like a chakra clearing so that you can get better clarity on if it is your ego and why it is your ego, right? Because our ego is not inherently a bad thing, and I've spoken about this before. It kind of gets a bad rap. Your ego is the thing that helps you to get up and get things done. Like without your ego, you wouldn't have any sense of motivation. You wouldn't do anything because as your highest self, you know all things are already done, right? So your ego is part of your human experience. Your higher self is that divine part that just knows that everything is well. It's not that energy that's gonna get up and like make something shake. That's just it's like I know everything. Like it's gonna work itself out. And then your inner child is a child. It's not going to get up and make things happen either because that would be wild, right? That's a lot of responsibility on the child, whether they are imaginary or not. But your ego is that in between, it's that bridge, it's the humanity part, right? That helps to make things happen. Your ego is what's going to also help you to protect your inner child as well as to do the spiritual work involved or the shadow work involved to be able to access your higher self. So your ego is not a bad thing. I don't know why people teach that. I think it's really dangerous to teach that something that is a part of you is inherently bad because then you're internalizing that there's something in you that is bad. And that's not true. It's a tool. It should not be leading your life. It doesn't have any real leadership qualities, but it's a tool that we were given to help us make things happen in our lives. So you should use it. So it could be your ego saying, hey, yeah, we should be doing this because this would help us get closer to God or Source, or to help us really expand our creativity and honor our inner child. So if it is your ego, you want to just figure out, is your ego acting out of good health and care for you, right? Or is it trying to protect you by having you focus on a desire that might keep you a little bit fear based? Does that make sense? Um, I love that idea. Tattoos. Yeah, tattoos are amazing. They make me so happy. They also just remind me of so much. They remind me of my life. Keela, okay, beautiful. Big leap. Yes, 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 no bad parts. Yes, yes. Oh, is there a book on that, Jolene? Is there a book on that? Let me know. But yeah, there are no bad parts to you in your journey. I don't know why we teach that. I'm not a big person into like light and dark, good and bad. Things have different meanings for other people, and you know, darkness is not a bad thing. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, that is a book. Okay. Is there an author or just put in the no bad parts? Because I would love to read that. And thank you for sharing that. As you guys are asking any more questions, I'm gonna just go over EFT for those that have not tapped before. Okay. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique or techniques, and it is the beautiful art form and healing modality of tapping on ancient acupressure points along the body. And as we do so, we are communicating to our mind and our body that we want to change something, whatever it is that we're tapping on that topic. And we strengthen our mind body connection. When you strengthen your mind body connection, you get to live a fuller experience, right? When our mind and our body are not connected, when we have disconnect, we feel exhausted, we feel confused, frustrated, we can feel anxiety, we can feel depression because there's no connection between the mind and the body. EFT helps to strengthen that. And the way it does it is that for the mind, it helps to rewire neural pathways so that we can create new and better habits that support where we want to go while releasing and removing the outdated habits that no longer serve us, right? And then it also talks to our subconscious mind, that 95% that literally is in control, not our conscious mind, and making sure that there's any beliefs or habits or perspectives or paradigms that are in there that have now become core, a part of like our experience, that we remove them and replace them, right? That's happening when we tap simply in the head. Then in the body, we're connecting any gaps in our energy. And when we do so, it helps us not feel so fatigued. It allows us to have more clarity when we're thinking and feeling through things. And then it also helps us to deal with any trauma we may be harboring in the body, because the body keeps score. The body has memory of everything we've ever gone through. So when you're able to go to that space and witness your trauma and not feel overwhelmed by the triggering, because it's going to happen, you get to have more freedom, right? Emotional freedom. We get to free our emotions and allow ourselves to have a healthy sense of liberation, and feel safe in our bodies. So that is why I teach it. I love it so much. It's very simple and very subtle, but deeply powerful and impactful to your experience. And it has saved my life and has allowed me to heal through a lot of different things, from diagnosis to perspectives. And I'm really appreciative of the modality and being able to teach it. Okay. Um, Beautiful. So I want to go over the 4 different ways that you can tap for anyone who hasn't tapped before. So the traditional way of tapping is just simply lightly touching the body, right? But for people who are a bit more sensitive or who need a different level of intimacy with their energy, you can pulse, which is keeping the hand on the body and lightly pressing in. You can rub, it's a very soothing act, or you can hover. Okay, you can do any one of those 4 on any one of the points. Some people are mixing and matching, which I love. Because some people might tap here, right, and they might rub here. Do whatever feels best for you. I really like for us to explore and see what feels good for us in our own experiences. So lean into that however you want to. If you tap on a certain place and you feel like it feels really, really good to you, almost like it's bringing you immense relief. Like when I tap here, it just feels really good. I can be here for a while. What I would suggest is that you stay there. That's considered your sweet spot. And it's just your body recalibrating to that specific point and what that point stands for. And we will have a class, I promise, going over the points. I know that that is something that you guys are really interested in. The 9 tapping points that we'll be using for today, making sure that we are doing 9, yeah, would be the side of hand, top of the head, the start of the brow on either side. Doesn't matter what side you use because the energy pathways that we're tapping into run through the body and around the body. Side of the eye, you would trace the brow to the ocular bone on the side, not the temple, the bone. Under the eye, still tapping on the bone. Under the nose, above the top lip.
This is a reminder. Ask for love donations.
Alexa, stop. Okay, and then we have in the crease of our chin, top here. Then we would have the collarbone. You would feel for your collarbone. It's the fleshy area underneath it. You would tap here, either side, or you could do the butterfly tap. And then we have underneath the arm. You would trace the end of your armpit, and the beginning parts of your rib cage. You would tap here, right? Or if you wear a bra, maybe your bra strap is. Okay. So those are 9 tapping points. That's what EFT is all about. And as Alexa has reminded us, if you are able to donate, I deeply appreciate donations. This is part of my livelihood and how I'm able to pay my bills. But I would also really, and not but, not, I don't want to negate that. And I would love for you to go to the link in my teacher's profile and fill out the survey because it would help me to know what we're doing next. So if you could do both, that's amazing. If you could do either or, I love it, but I really would love for the survey to be done. Please and thank you, okay? Okay, let me see. Lotus, I agree with you. Oh, yay, Monica, thank you. Cheryl, hi, how are you? Internal Family Systems, Dr. Richard Schwartz. Okay, is that the title of the book or is this a different recommendation? Let me know, Cheryl. Coco, yes, thanks a lot. So we'll have a course about the chakra soon. Yes, yes, yes. Jolene, that's what it talks about. Richard Schwartz. Okay, okay, cool. Thank you, thank you. Do you use the butterfly hug? Sometimes, Susie, I do. If you know it, you can do it as well. If there's different somatic practices that you want to add into your practice, I always suggest it. Hey, let's pop in and say hi again. Hi, Belly. I appreciate that. Okay. Beautiful. Let's do the tapping for this topic. Okay. Let me drink some water. I suggest you guys drink water as well. And then when you're done drinking your water, let me know that you're ready. You could just use the heart so that we know to tap. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn you guys here so you'll be able to see me. So excited. Courtney. Flora, hi. Good morning. We're about to do the EFT. Hopefully you can join us for it, okay? Okay, let's do it. Bring this closer so I can see. Okay. Perfect. Manifesting desires with gratitude. Affirmative EFT tapping session. We're going to start in the side of hand. You can lightly tap, pulse, rub, or hover, and repeat after me. Use your voice. Your voice is very important in this practice, okay? Remember that as you're tapping and you're moving energy, you might end up like belching, yawning, tearing up, getting colder, getting hotter. These are all just ways to show you that energy is moving in the body. Allow the energy to move in the body. If you notice I'm taking some pauses, it's because the energy is moving in my body too, and I don't want to mess up the recording for you all, okay? Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Jolene. Okay. Yeah, deep inhale, slow exhale. Even though I have this desire that feels so big and kind of unreachable, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. This desire feels so big and unreachable. Top of the head. This desire seems impossible to achieve. Eyebrow. It's so big. And it can feel overwhelming. And that worries me. Eyebrow? I'm sorry, side of eye, excuse me. Side of eye. And I'm not sure how it could happen. What would be my first step? How would I sustain it? I really don't know. I don't like feeling like I don't know. Under the eye, top here. But I deeply desire it. I want to have this experience in my life. I deserve to have this experience in my life. Under the nose. And I am open to the possibility of it coming true. Chin. Even though it seems impossible right now, I can remember that anything is possible. I'm going to go to the collarbone, top here. And I choose to believe in its manifestation. I choose to believe that if I can feel it and see it, then it is for me to experience. Under the arm, I choose to trust in the power of gratitude to make it happen. Beautiful. We're going to go to the side of hand. Tap here. Even though I have doubts about this desire, I am choosing to affirm my belief that it can happen for me. That it has already happened for me. And all I have to do is witness it. Top of the head. I choose to affirm my belief in this desire. It's not just wishful thinking. It's my intuition. Eyebrow. It can come true for me. And it can be easy, effortless. And I am so deserving of it. Side the eye, tap here. I no longer fear getting my hopes up, because I know that if I believe it to be true for me, universe, source, whoever I call on to, will provide it for me. If not that, then something better. Underneath the eye, I deeply desire this manifestation, but I also give it the space to breathe, to come alive. I will not suffocate this desire. Under the nose. Under the nose. Instead, I choose to release my doubts, my worries, concerns. Chin, tap here. I choose to replace them with faith, with patience, with gratitude. I am so thankful I can do that. I can shift my focus and feel better about something I really do want. I'm going to go to the collarbone, tap here. I affirm my belief that anything is possible, especially for me. because I am a blessing and I am blessed. And I know that I would bless others. And that puts me in a really good feeling. And from that good feeling, I can witness my desire under the arm. I am open in my heart, in my mind, in my body to receiving this desire with immense joy and gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want you to place your hands over your heart. And notice how your body feels after tapping. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, release. Bringing a smile to your face as you feel through your energy. Allowing yourself to remain open to the possibility of your desires. And that you can manifest them with gratitude as your guide. That you are capable of trusting in the process. That you can have unwavering belief in the power of your intentions and your connection to your source. Deep inhale, breathing in. Exhale, release. And dropping our hands into our laps, palms facing up to continue receiving the energy, continue presenting an open body and mind to the desire we want to call into our lives. And as always, thank you for tapping in with me today. Okay, as you guys are coming back from the tapping session, please drink some water. Okay, I will forever say this. That is what you will always, you can guarantee that I will be saying this to you. Okay, drink some water, please and thank you. And let me know how you are feeling afterwards. Okay? And just a heads up, tomorrow the topic is the magical air you breathe. And we will be doing a breathwork meditation. Okay? So, just to prepare you all. There you go. Thank you. Jolene, can you do me a favor? When you get the chance, can you drop that information for the book into the Insight Timer group? It is called Lotus Living. Thank you so much. Abby, hi! How are you? Thank you, thank you. I'm happy you're here. Paula, thank you. Sunflower is one of my favorite flowers. Courtney, I feel like a burden of some sort has been lifted. That makes me feel so happy. I'm so happy you feel that way. Michelle, thank you for the donation. I deeply appreciate it. Please, and again, before we go, thank you for any donations that you guys have given thus far. If you're able to donate, again, I deeply appreciate it. And I would also really love that you go to the link in my bio, in my teacher profile, and fill out the survey. That would mean so much to me so that I know what next steps to take, okay? I look forward to reading your surveys too. It's great to get to know you guys on a personal level too. Okay? Michelle, thank you. That was awesome. I'm so happy. Keela, how many times a day should we do EFT? You only need to do EFT once a day. The only thing I would suggest is that if you're feeling overwhelmed or you're in a stressful situation or you're about to enter an environment that makes you feel uneasy, I would tap before doing that or tap while you're there. Sometimes if I'm in a meeting and I'm getting a little stressed out, I might tap here or I might bring my hands out of view and just tap here, right? And tap on maybe one point using my breath to guide me. There's different ways to do this. Oh, Sharon. Oh, I love that. It's my mother's name.
This is a reminder to drink water.
Alexa, thank you. But again, I appreciate that because yes, drinking water is important. That was so nice to see. I gotta call her. Thank you, Sharon, for reminding me to call my mom. Susie, thank you very much. You're so welcome. But yeah, you can tap as many times a day as you want to. You really only need to tap once a day. But depending on your journey and your experience and how much trauma you're carrying and navigating, you could tap as many times as you want. It's not going to be a thing where if you tap too much, it's like there's bad side effects. There are no negative side effects. And if you're a sensitive person, I wouldn't tap. I'd probably hover, right? This is my first time with the beautiful session. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. Goddess Mo, thank you. Feeling blessed and tingling, feeling lighter. Yay! Son of Venmo, Goddess Mo, thank you. I appreciate that. Abby, grateful for the practice to start the day. Gotta head to work now. Yes, and grateful for the spaciousness and peace it brought. Abby, I'm so happy. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you for being here and spending some time with me. Amanda, thank you. Needed this so much. Ready to start the day feeling calm, and you deserve that for yourself. Ginger, thank you for this practice. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendation, Ginger, because I could not remember the book. I appreciate you. Gracias, dear Lotus. I'm feeling my manifestation. My body is smiling. Off to work out. Go enjoy your workout, Vita, and we'll see each other soon. I'm gonna text TJ today too because I know she's missing today because she has orientation. Courtney, I feel like I have more space for positivity and gratitude. You do. You have an endless amount of space for those things. Eunice, thank you so much for this donation. I deeply appreciate it. Deb, do you have the script that I use written somewhere? The narrative you use is so beautiful. Thank you. Yes, all of my scripts are written out. I guess what I could do also too is give you guys access to it. I have to figure that part out because I can't send links to you all. So if people are interested in scripts, then we could talk about giving access to the Google document if you guys want to do that too. Courtney, these last 3 days I've been watching you. It's a different experience feeling. My mind is at peace. Courtney, thank you. Thank you, girl. You're great. I appreciate you so much, Courtney, for that. Oh. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I have been literally taking pictures at the end of each day because I'm just like, I'm going to end up going through my pictures later on and just being like, I miss everybody. There we go. I just love to take them because I'm just like, this is a real thing. It actually happened. I appreciate you all so much. I want you to have a beautiful day, no matter if it's morning, noon, night, wherever you are. I hope you have a really good day, that you feel peaceful, that you feel a sense of gratitude with you, and that you know that your desires can happen like that. Just continue to focus on the belief and practice. And in those moments where you get a little frustrated and overwhelmed, surrender. Just be like, you know what, universe, source, you got it. I'm going to mind my business and do something else. Okay? Trust in your magic, and I will see you for day 23 tomorrow. If you want to join me for a second session, I will be doing my second session at 11 a.m. On Insight Timer. Okay? Please check out the survey. Thank you so much. I love you. Have a great day. Hello, hi. Yes, would really be interested in scripts too. I've been putting lines in my notes. Okay. We can look into scripts then. I love this. Feel calm. Haven't felt in quite a while. Thank you. You're so welcome, Deb. Oh my goodness, it is a real thing. Thank you, Lotus. Hamlet, you're so welcome. Summer Star, see you at 10, 11. Yes, 111, baby. Yes, Kim, yes, I do this sometimes. I save them in a folder and my inner critic sneaks in. Yes, yeah. It's a really great way to do that. I have in the Lotus Life deck, there's a proof page that you can look at and see that you've already manifested plenty of the things that you're calling into your life. It also helps you to realize that your community sees you in such a beautiful way. So it's a really strong practice. I'm so happy you have that, Kim. Thank you, Dahlia. Yes, yeah. I think the technique is called like a positivity folder. Yeah, but I have a whole thing from voice notes to text messages to comments, and I put them all together so that I can see it. Maybe one day I'll show you guys my proof page on my Lotus Life deck. Okay, I love you all so much. Please have a good day, and I'll see some of you guys a little later or tomorrow. Okay.